Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be looking at 3 exercises that will help relieve low back pain that you get from going from sitting to standing. So if you work at a desk and you have to sit for long periods, or maybe you commute a lot and you've got to drive, be in your car for long periods, these exercises will help relieve pain and make it easier for you to transition from sitting to standing. If you're new to my channel, my name's Dr. Tom Walters and I'm an orthopedic physical therapist. So again, we're looking at low back pain, kind of down in this pelvic region, way down the low back that you get when you're transitioning from sitting to standing. I have a lot of people who come into the clinic complaining of this symptom, and we're going to look at 3 exercises to help relieve that type of pain. Now, first off, it's important to know that when you're sitting, this puts the lumbar spine in flexion. So it naturally kind of rounds our low back and it puts our hips into flexion. And a lot of people have what we'd call a flexion sensitivity or a flexion intolerance. So the exercises in today's video are going to help reduce some of that sensitivity and allow you to transition from sitting to standing more easily. So one of the first ones you can do before you even get up out of your chair is to do pelvic tilt. So what you're going to do is kind of wrap your fingers around the front and back sides of your pelvis, and you're going to go from rotating your pelvis backwards, which is called posterior pelvic tilt. It creates more of a rounded curve in your low back. And then we're going to go over to anterior pelvic tilt, which creates a bit of more extension in your low back. So going back and forth between these will help to keep your low back loose so that when you go to stand up, it will be much less sensitive. So what you want to do is think about doing 10 to 15 reps of this, somewhere in that neighborhood. And ideally, this would be something that you implement every 30 minutes, every hour. The more you can keep your low back sort of moving, the less stiff it will become, and it will be much less painful when you go to stand up. Okay, so that is our first exercise. It's called a seated pelvic tilt. For our second exercise, we are going to work on improving hip extension mobility. So you want to make sure to do this on both legs. Remember, when we're sitting, our hip is in flexion and our low back is in flexion. And then when we stand up, both of those joints go into extension. So if we can work on extension mobility, make that more fluid, it will lessen pain when we transition from sitting to standing. So what you're going to do for this one, again, try to do this a few times throughout the day. You're going to stand in a staggered stance with your hands kind of up on your pelvis, one leg behind. And then what you're going to do is just translate your pelvis forward. Try not to let your back arch too much. We're trying to focus on the hip joint. So kind of keep your spine in a neutral position. You can kind of tighten your abs just a little bit. You're just going to kind of shift forward. You may feel a little bit of a stretch on the front of the hip here in the hip flexor muscles. We're not looking for a real aggressive stretch. This is just a repeated extension mobility drill. So you're just going to go back and forth like that to kind of get that hip moving into extension, which will help counteract that flexion position that we find in the hip joint when you're sitting. So you're going to do a few reps there, and then make sure you get the other side. So just spin over. Now my left leg's in back. I'm just going to shift forward and back like that, working on that hip extension mobility. So think about maybe 10 reps on each side. And again, if you can do something like this every 30 minutes, every hour, it will really help to keep your hips loose, which will help to keep your low back loose. Okay, so that is our second exercise. All right, for our last exercise, we're gonna work on a hip hinge, which helps to activate our glutes, engage our glutes. This is a good strategy to practice not only for strengthening, but it can also help reduce the likelihood that you have this pain when transitioning from sitting to standing in the future. A lot of times when people are sitting and they go to get up, they just kind of stand straight up, and it's more of a knee dominant strategy and it stresses the back. If we can engage the glutes, it will help take some stress off of the back. So what you're going to do is kind of stand near your desk chair, and you're going to put your arms out and think about kind of a hip hinge type of squat. So a hip hinge is one where we're kind of keeping our back straight, we're leaning our torso forward and sticking our butt back. So we've got that good trunk lean forward. As we lean our trunk forward and stick our butt back, it helps to engage the glute muscles. So this, again, if we can engage those big powerful glute muscles, it'll help us to transmit force from the ground through our hip joint and into our spine in a more fluid and gentle way. So you're going to think about doing 10 reps of this. This one you could do 3 or 4 times throughout the day. It is a little bit more of a strengthening exercise. It's kind of like an air squat or a chair squat, but just really think about sticking your butt back, reaching for your chair, and leaning your trunk forward. We don't want to keep the trunk real upright. You're trying to think about lean forward, engage the glutes, and even engage a little bit of the back extensors. Okay, so that is our last exercise. It's sort of a hip hinge or more glute biased chair squat. Thanks for checking out today's video. I hope these exercises help you. If you need a more comprehensive program to help with low back pain that occurs when moving, I would encourage you to check out the back pain program in my book. All of the programs in my book are much more comprehensive and guide you through 3 phases of rehab. The low back pain program is here on page 281 in chapter 19. And like I said, it will guide you through 3 phases. You're going to find pictures of me doing all of the different soft tissue mobilizations, stretches, mobility exercises, and strengthening exercises in phase 3. So as you can see, it's a much more comprehensive program, similar to like you'd get if you came to see me in physical therapy. So the book has programs for the entire body. If you'd like to have exercises in video format, I also have a Rehab Science app, and the app can be found in the App Store by searching for Rehab Science. It also has programs for the entire body, so if you scroll down to the low back section, you'll find the low back pain program. And like I said, all of the exercises are in video format. So once you're subscribed, you can just click in and watch me perform and explain the videos. The other cool thing about the app is there's a community feed. You can also direct message me, and then I do office hours on Zoom every couple of weeks, so you can come in and talk with me directly and ask your personal questions. I will put links for both of these resources down in the description box. Thanks again for checking out today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.